Hello students, I'm recording a quick video for you concerning the project reflections. Many students in previous semesters have had problems completing these for usually project 1, sometimes projects 2 and 3, but typically for project 1 because they forget that they have to do them. So what I have on the screen right now is the assignment that you're currently working on, the instructions video. So when you turn in the instructions video, you have to turn in the URL for your video itself, your instructions. That's the main thing that you need to complete. And you create a video with multimodal components and you include it on your Google site or your Wix site as a URL or embedded video under Project 1. Now, you also need to complete reflections on the student learning outcomes. There's 3 for this assignment: organizational design, written communication, and visual communication. And those need to go in the designated components of the Google site. And I'll show you all that in a minute. But there's a third thing that you have to do, and this is what some students forget to do. And this is to write a project reflection. And here it is highlighted on the assignment sheet. It says, for this project, you will need to write a 200-word reflection in memorandum format accounting for your choices. This reflection document will help me evaluate and grade your project, so make sure you carefully consider the following questions and answer all of the questions. Number 1, what is the purpose of the project you created, and how do you think this piece achieves its purpose? Who is the audience? How did this impact your choice of medium? In other words, why is the medium, the video or the sound project, the best choice for your audience and your purpose? Number 3, what else would you like your instructor to know when evaluating this project? 2 key features of all technical writing are enforced here, and that is purpose and audience. And so we're asking you in these project reflections to explicitly address these 2 features, the purpose and the audience, and then tell me anything else you'd like to tell me. So here you'll see I've cut off the top of the page, and this is the project 1 page for this student's project 1 on his Google site. And so you'll see on the left-hand sidebar, he has all of the SLOs listed here, and there's 3 of them that concern this project. And if I click on those, you would get to the SLO reflections, which were required as a part of this assignment and which you'll be practicing in the discussion board. I have clicked right now Project 1. Here you have the student's link to the video. I'm not going to click on that. And he included some text on the page about the project. But here is the link to the memo. This is the project reflection. So on your Project 1 page, you need to have a link to the memo, or you can embed a PDF if you would like to, but some link to the memo. This is his reflection, and you can see that it has, the top is a memorandum format, and I'm blocking off the top because it has its name, but it has standard memorandum format, which is his name, the recipient's name, the date, and the subject line here. So you can see the subject line. This is a 3-paragraph memo. Now look in your book about standard conventions for memos. Sometimes they'll start off with a purpose statement and then have an overview and then have an internal section and then have a conclusion section. This memo doesn't have any internal headings, but you could do that if you wanted to make sure that you had a heading that identified each of the sections. So there's 3 paragraphs, and you can see that he talks about purpose, he talks about audience, and says what he would like me to know. And it's really clear that there's a section devoted to each of those questions. Here's another student's project reflection for Project 1. This student didn't conform to the requirement to do it in memorandum format, so that I have to take a penalty for because the student didn't follow that instruction. But you can see that the student talks about purpose here, talks about audience here, and then mentions some things that he wanted me to know later on down in this 1-paragraph blurb. But if this was better organized in memorandum format, I would have an easier time finding that information. So anyway, here again is the page for Project 1 on the student's Google site. And again, you see the video link there. You see the Project 1 reflection there, and then there's content in the designated SLO reflection areas. You will be graded on all of those components in the assignment. So I look forward to seeing what you have when it is due.